People who say taxation is theft. How else do you props the government gets the funds for roads, military, education, etc.? One, my problem has less to do with the taxes and more to do with where that money actually goes. 2, I feel like most people wouldn't have a problem if the money wasn't so poorly managed. When billions of dollars just get lost and the government says, whoops, oh well lol. When money's going to wars people don't support. If people had a more direct say in how the money is used, it wouldn't be an issue. 3, hardcore libertarians believe in a pay-per-use. For example, toll roads, or getting a bill from the fire department, or paying a police subscription, and if you don't, police don't show up if your house gets robbed, etc. They view taxes as immoral because you can't make the choice not to pay them. Whereas a pay-per-use system, you could choose to let your house burn rather than pay the fireman, for example. 4, they expect private companies to handle all that, for a charge, of course. 5, my issue is the overtaxation. I work a job, that job gives me money. That money is taxed. I put some of that money in a retirement account. That money is taxed. On the front end or the back, I need food, so I use my post-tax income to buy groceries. But I have to pay sales tax on that. I need a place to live, and I bought my house with my already taxed income. I have to pay sales tax and property tax on that. I drive to and from work. I pay tax with every gallon of gas I buy, and I pay taxes on the car in the form of annual registration, after the sales tax when I bought it. My dad dies. I don't get to inherit his estate until I've paid the inheritance tax, death tax. I try to get ahead by investing some money. If it does well, then I have to pay capital gains tax. You see where I'm going with this? Honestly, the only one I am moderately okay with is my property tax because my town gives me a write-up of what percentage is going to the school district, the fire department, the PD, and the town's general expenditures. I get to see where my money goes, and I accept that taxes are necessary for society to function. I don't have a problem with the idea of taxes. I have a problem with the reality of giving away about 50 to 60% of all my work to an entity that hasn't fixed the same roads that have been complete shite for the last 20 years and forces our local teachers to buy their own school supplies. I can tolerate a high tax. I can tolerate a tax collector that doesn't do anything meaningful with the funds it collects. I can't tolerate both at the same time. I mean, if you see the incredible amount of potholes, homeless, trash in the street, and how poorly any public service runs, the question is, how are they spending it? Or rather, who is pocketing it? That is where the alleged theft stems from fundamentally. 8, one of the points I've seen is that even if the taxes are used for good, since they're levied under the threat of violence, they are theft by definition. I think when people say taxation is theft, what they really mean is our current tax system is theft, because our taxes fund stuff like corporate bailouts to the tune of trillions of dollars.